Interesting. Real Madrid's head coach Jose Mourinho has set new rules for Real Madrid players that will take effect this coming season. Let me read out the rules so that you guys will hear and know the rules. First is much stricter nutrition, fixed menus for breakfast and snacks. Players no longer have the freedom to choose. That is, the club will decide what players will have for breakfast and what kind of snacks they will take. The second rule states mandatory presence at Valdebebas 1 hour before training. Any lateness results in a sanction regardless of the player status. Valdebebas is their training ground, a place where Real Madrid players train. Now, you must be there 1 hour before the training time. And once a player is late, no matter who you are, whether it's Vinicius, whether it's Mbappe, whether it's Diomande, whoever you are, Bellingham, you are going to be sanctioned for arriving late. They don't care your status. Now, the third rule is no financial fines for latecomers. The sanction consists of a mandatory weight training session alone and apart from the group. Then the last rule is injuries managed. No, not the last rule, the fourth one. Injuries managed at the training center. Injured players must do their recovery at Valdebebas morning and afternoon. They can keep personal trainers, but the work must be coordinated and supervised by the club staff. That is, even if you're injured and you're training personally, your personal trainer is there training you, the club staff will supervise that training session. Then the last rule states group meals. Mourinho wants players and staff to eat together at Valdebebas. That is the training ground. He wants the players and staff to eat together. See, I am interested in the third rule. In fact, I so much love the third rule. It says no financial fines for latecomers. The sanction consists of a mandatory weight training session alone and apart from the group. You know why I'm interested in this? Now imagine placing financial fines on players. These players will pay that fine and do as they like. I remember when Gerrard did it at Aston Villa, when Steven Gerrard coached Aston Villa, he placed financial fines on latecomers, and they were willing to pay the fines, and they were coming whenever they like. So no financial fines at all. You must train. You must go into a mandatory weight training section. You go into that training alone, apart from the group. You will not be in the midst of players during that training. So I love this part. Another part I like is this part of the injured players recovering at the training ground. They will train morning and afternoon. Even if they have their personal trainers, they will still be monitored. The club staff will monitor the injured players to see their progress, to see if actually they are training properly, the way they ought to train. See, I love these new rules. These rules will bring proper decorum in the dressing room. These rules will bring, in fact, Mourinho is a manager. He's not just a coach. He's a manager. You can see the difference between Mourinho. You can see the difference between Mourinho and Alonso. You can see the difference between Mourinho and Arbeloa. He is a manager, and he has put in rules that will help manage his players properly and monitor their activities. Very good one.